说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello, Allies. We have some family discord here today. Kids watching TV when they should be doing what, Jenny?
Homework.
You know, the roles of kids in China is funny. Oh, you're like a study machine, basically.
Yes.
That's all you have to do.
That's our only duty.
No, it is true. It's amazing. It's hard, I think, particularly for an American, I think, to understand this, the attitudes towards studying and learning.
Childhood is defined by learning.
It really is. And memorizing. And they're great. They become these little study machines. They can just suck up all this information and retain. And their memories are astounding. But
Yes.
it's really interesting cultural dimension to it. Maybe we could look at it later. So we have a little dialogue. Briefly, gives us an intro. What happens in this little story?
Well, our little girl here, she's watching TV.
Yeah.
And her mom comes in and stops her.
Okay, because of course.
She should be studying.
So she's in her room. She's got a TV. I think she might be watching TV or maybe watching on PC or something.
对, wow,
or
nowadays
video
kids,
or
they're so
something.
connected.
They surely are. Okay, let's go into this little family drama. Let's listen to it. It's super high frequency stuff. Not particularly challenging, but nice, rich, lexical kind of stuff. Let's have a listen.
启禀皇上，匈奴已经突破北方边境。
这不可能，
小英，
是不可允。
你在干什么？我在看电视。别看了，快去学习。我只看一下，不行，下个星期要考试。我准备好了，那也不行。
Ooh, I'm having flashbacks from my childhood.
Indeed. Well, this is an issue at home. I have a 10-year-old daughter.
对.
And sort of YouTube and the whole thing is there. It's a constant. It's at her desk. She's in her room.
Constant
It
distraction.
really is difficult for them. You know, Hannah Montana and all this
Yeah.
stuff is there. And so, yeah, this stuff is, I've heard this kind of stuff, believe me. All right, let's do the translation.
小英，你在干什么？
Xiaoying, what are you doing?
小英，你在干什么？
Xiaoying, what are you up to?
小英，你在干什么？我在看电视。
I'm watching TV.
我在看电视。
I'm watching TV.
我在看电视。别看了，快去学习。
Stop that. Go and do some study.
别看了，快去学习。
No, stop watching that. Hurry up and do some studying.
别看了，快去学习。我只看一下。
Only watching for a minute.
我只看一下。
Only watching a little bit.
我只看一下。不行，下个星期要考试。
No. You have a test next week.
不行，下个星期要考试。
No, you can't do that. The next week is a big test.
不行，下个星期要考试。我准备好了。
I'm well prepared.
我准备好了。
I'm really well prepared.
我准备好了。那也不行，
No, I don't think so.
那也不行，
No, that doesn't work that way.
那也不行。
Yeah. Kind of loose translations here of Kevin.
对，对，对。
Because translating too literally, you lose the spirit of what's actually going on.
And we can do that thoroughly.
And the next phase.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Now the kid's name is
小英.
Xiaoying. Now, is that the given name, right? Including the
Yeah,
Xiao.
probably given name.
And
Or
it
it could be part of a given name.
could be part of a given name. Okay. Because sometimes people will just call kids.
Yeah, sometimes they just use the 小
Yeah.
and put part of their given name.
Okay, and it's a girl's name, right?
对.
Now this question could be rude, actually, depending on how you utter it. And this mom, it means business. She's not fooling around, but it's not rude. It's not crude rude, but
对.
it's direct. So she's saying,
你在干什么？你在干什么？
so what are you doing?
哟
It's like, the implication is, obviously you're not doing what you should be doing. It's a kind of
Yes.
a rhetorical question. There you go. So 你在干什么? What are you doing?
我在看电视。我在看电视。
Well, I'm watching TV. There's no denying, I guess. What do you think I'm doing, Mom? I'm watching TV. Now, stop watching.
别看了， 别看了。
Now, the best way to translate, I'm saying stop watching, but it kind of doesn't mean stop per se. It means
Don't watch anymore.
yeah, stop,
对
no more, no watching.
Yeah, this pattern 别 something 了
Yeah.
means stop doing what
Yes,
you're doing.
Do not do
对
that. Yeah. So quick, get started on your studying.
快去学习，快去学习。
Now, the verb 去 here it means to go, but it works in the same way as get on with your study kind of thing.
yes.
Go quickly, go and study, get some study done. Now, typical kid response, of course, is
我只看一下，我只看一下。
I'm just watching a tiny bit. 一下 meaning
对 a little bit.
a little bit. Now, the guy could be there for an hour and a half, but it's still a relative term. 一下 by my standards. It's like, I'm just watching a little bit. So it's a great little phrase. Let's hear it again.
我只看一下，我只看一下。
Yeah. If you're ever trying to make excuses, this is,
对
just watching a little bit.
Yes, but mom is very firm.
Yeah.
不行，下个星期要考试。
Yeah. Now, this 不行 is a great phrase. It's so useful in many contexts.
对
Essentially, it means that doesn't go. right?
Exactly.
That won't fly.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Yes.
No. 不行, you can't
不行
do that. Yeah. Because why? Well,
下个星期要考试，下个星期要考试，
now literally translated, of course, next week.
下个星期
Yeah.
要考试。
You will have a test.
Yes. See, you don't have and you don't need a pronoun here.
Yes. Yeah. 要考试. It's implied there. All right. Now, the kid is like, whatever the excuse, but I'm already prepped.
我准备好了，我准备好了。
Yeah. Now, this 准备好了 is a very useful phrase, and it's not sort of vacillating or trying to lie about it. It's a normal phrase. It means I'm
对
prepared.
Yes.
When you've done something and you're preparing something, you could turn around and just say, okay, guys,
准备好了。
准备好了. But in this context, it means, well, I'm really well prepped. I'm prepped for my exam.
Yes. So let's look at this word for to prepare.
Yes.
准备，
准备.
准备 third and fourth tone.
Yeah. To prepare.
Yes.
She's having none of that.
那也不行，那也不行。
那也不行, meaning I'm not accepting that as an answer.
Yes.
That's not going to fly
Yeah.
with me.
So she first said 不行 and now 那也不行.
Yeah.
Even in the case that you're prepped, you
Yeah.
still can't watch TV.
Yeah. Really interesting stuff. And culturally, we could take a look in a moment, but let's listen 3 more times.
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
启禀皇上，匈奴已经突破北方边境。
这不可能，
小英，
曾是不可逾。
你在干什么？我在看电视。别看了，快去学习。我只看一下，不行，下个星期要考试。我准备好了，那也不行。
Okay. Now, when it comes to studying, the little emperors and all that, in China, yeah, they are little emperors, but they gotta study like hell.
对，parents are very strict.
Yeah.
Even harsh about
Oh, they
that.
really are. You may not have picked up on it, but the tone of this woman's voice, right? It's harsh, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, it's still loving, motherly, but
she
it's-
means business,
She
like you
means
said.
business. She's like, I'm having none of this. You get this done. And it's so prevalent in China that, you
Yeah.
know, the parents, they love the kids so much and they spoil them like crazy. But when it comes to study, it's serious.
You better get it done.
business.
And kids even primary school kids,
Yeah.
they have to be there working 2-3 hours every night.
You know, I really, over the years, I've had sort of mixed feelings about it. But the one thing I tell you, it drives a work ethic into the kid. You know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen with my own daughter, where it'd be getting to 10 o'clock at night, 10:30. And I would be saying, oh, forget it. Doesn't matter. Her mom said, no. She's got to finish it. That's it. You just don't leave it.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, in my own culture, if you just couldn't get it done, you just wouldn't, and you'd be okay.
Really? You have that option?
Oh, well, if you could. I mean, if it was like 10:30 at night.
Yeah, see, in China, as a kid, you think it's the end of the world
Yeah.
if you don't get your homework done.
You have to get it done.
对。
Interesting. So, you know, the good news is, although it's really tough, but it does instill this sort of work ethic and this sense of perseverance. I'm going to get this done. Anyway, I'm not sure how the kids always feel about it, but I think most get used to it. Anyway,
I'm grateful for it now.
well, there you go. There you go. So we hope this was useful. Lots of interesting sort of cultural stuff around this that you could very easily go to Chinese Pod and discuss in more detail. The language is all high frequency as ever. I hope it was useful too. We'll be back again tomorrow with another lesson. But right now it's time to say
再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
1201.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1201 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1201.